college and career readiness stuff started becoming more prevalent, we were kind of like, yeah, we're doing fine. We started looking at our A through G rates, we started looking at our graduation rates, we started looking at CTE completers, and we started to hear things from our students like, hey, I'm not ready for college. And that stuff's really hard to hear, especially when you think you're doing right by kids.
Ensuring students have a post-secondary plan for the future is ensuring that they will be successful in life after they're out of school.
The saddest thing, I think, would be for a child to be discouraged because they don't think they can meet their goal when they don't really know how to accomplish that goal.
So CaliforniaColleges.edu can be used as a bridge to say, this is what you need to be looking at and exploring while you're in high school, so that when you get to the next phase of your life, you know where you're going. CaliforniaColleges.edu is our primary tool for students to discover, explore, see where they want to go in terms of a career path.
It made us see things that we didn't even realize that were missing in what we were doing, because we were so focused on the academic piece and not the whole student.
I really like the career planning tools because it offers the students real life examples of what's available to them.
One year, I invited every single sophomore parent and student in, and we went over California colleges. The magic that happened when these parents saw that these kids had interest, these kids had passion, the conversation that took place to say, oh, do you know that your uncle does that?
I found the lessons especially helpful because we are advocating that every student has college and career curriculum, and it's already set.
One of the pieces that I love about California colleges is when you're directing them through the lessons, they see that there's a place for them. These kids they're a future, they're amazing.
Financial aid on California colleges is awesome. The reason it's awesome is that by the time they get to their senior year, they either have researched or they know where to go, and all the links that you need to the Cal Grants and FAFSA and DREAM Act are right there on that one link.
So CCGI is a program that not only supports student success academically, but it's a tool for people that are in the trenches. That's your teachers, that's your counselors, that's your administrators, to be able to support the initiatives that you have in your district to ensure your students are college and career ready.
On a student screen, there are categories across the top, which makes it very easy to explain to students where to navigate. There's my plan, where they can click and get all of their personal information, their saves, their favorites, and all that for college and career. But there's also a career tab, and there's a college tab, and there's a financial aid tab.
With the click of a button, you're able to see a graphic, you're able to see the numbers of students who complete lessons, of students who do the interest profile, students who apply for the FAFSA, students who apply for community college.
The support that we received from the California College Guidance Initiative was instrumental in the successful implementation of the program.
There's a lot of collaboration there. I like being a part of the data team because I learn a lot about how different pieces of our student information system might aid in that process. It's fun because I like figuring out those puzzles, and it's rewarding because I know that it's supporting the system that I think is a godsend.
A through G is important because it's an identifier for college and career, but it also says, I'm ready for an apprenticeship, or I'm ready to go into the workforce because I was able to keep my grades at a certain level.
Students get into their portal and they're able to see their A through G progress. They're able to see green if they've completed, red if they haven't.
It helped me as an administrator because I was looking at it from my student side, and I'm like, wait a minute. He took AP World History and it's showing that it's not an A through G class. I'm like, that's an A through G class. And I was like, well, what are we doing wrong? You know, and so then I got to go back in on the backside and say, oh, the titles were wrong. The titles were just not right. So it helped me look at it really quickly and easily too, to say that, oh, I need to fix this so it doesn't show up this way for other kids.
Just thinking about my own job, working with the student on asking them the question, are you A through G eligible? Being able to pull up their information and visually walk through that with them, I think is only going to help students transition.
We are experiencing a sea change in education. particularly in the community college system, but also in the CSU system. We went from using tests to identify students who are highly likely and highly prepared to be successful in college level work, to using high school performance data to more or less do the same thing. And it turns out that using high school performance data to predict success, we're able to determine that students are almost universally better off being placed directly into transfer level work.
The CSUs eliminated the remediation model and eliminated placement tests, and for many faculty that was a positive move because they felt that some of those test scores weren't necessarily indicative of success when they got here.
The ability to get the most current data is really attractive, so that's why we would place CCGI kind of at the top of the data pyramid in terms of desirability.
The reason why our school district is wholeheartedly into making sure that the work that we do with CCGI is a success is because, number one, it's what's best for students. Number two, everything that CCGI is all about aligns to our district-wide student learning objectives, outcomes.
Anytime technology can come in to create a more seamless transition for the student, I think that's only going to benefit them. And I feel like that's actually possible with this system.
If everybody were using CCGI, we would see a better ability to evaluate students' current course taking in high school and to use that information in a timely manner to maximize their placement in math and English and increase their probability of being successful in those important gateway classes.
In the past, students have fallen through the cracks. With this program, if you're actually utilizing all the tools that you should be on an ongoing basis, you shouldn't have any student falling through the cracks.